Welcome to today's project. Here at the 65 Chevelle. Redid the hood. This is the day after clear coating. We're gonna show you all how to wet sand and polish it. A little dirt on here. These dirt nips taken care of. Here we go. Here we go, guys and girls, with some of the stuff we're going to use to get this accomplished. We got some 3M purple finishing film, 1000, 1500, and this Trizac 3000. Always good to have an interface pad, a couple different sanding blocks to get in the nooks and crannies, and then your flat surfaces. Squeegee, of course, some water with a little bit of soap in it for lubrication. All right, we're going to get going here and click you back on and show you how we're making out. So here we are, guys and girls, back to show you what we got going on. So with a little bit of water on there as lubrication, it makes it easy for the paper to glide and keeps it from clogging up so quick. So really what we're after here is trying to get rid of all the orange peel dirt nips. And if you can see the texture in there, let me come back a little ways, the texture is not there. That's what you're after. You want the smoothness all the way. The biggest advice I can give you is take your time. It's the last step in your paint process. You don't want to blow it here. All right, we're going to get some more of this done and we'll check back in with you. Stay tuned. Dog lost her ball. So here we are on the 65 Chevelle. We're getting this hood straightened out and see if it's dry enough so I can show you. What we're in the process of doing here is getting all the dirt nips and orange peel off. As you can see, I started with 1500 in a different block. It's a kind of a flex block, as you can see. You really don't want to have a hard block going up on these edges and these contours. Really run the risk of burning through your clear you just spent all that time putting on. But what our goal is here is to get this as flat as possible. That way we get the best finish in the end. So, let's save you the boring stuff. I'll cut you back on when we get to the next step. All right, stay tuned. Guys and girls, we're back. Making progress here on the 65 Chevelle. Getting the hood sanded down. Ready for polish. All I like to do is in between take a chance, wipe it off just to see where you're at in relation to where you started. Really the goal here is to get the dirt nips out. And full disclosure, I do not have a paint booth, okay? My shop is not clean. This is a working shop. So, all right, guys and girls, here we are, about halfway down, wet sanding the hood. This is what we're after. We're trying to get rid of this orange peel, dirt nips, things of that nature. Get it to smooth, even consistency that we can polish. All right, guys and girls, here we are. Finally got the hood all sanded down with 1500. All the orange peel out of it, dirt nips off of it. Now we're going to move to the stage. Switch into the 3000. Definitely recommend using an interface pad with this deal. Show you what I use. Just got a little 6-inch dual action sander / buffer, Harbor Freight interface pad, 3000. Use water for lubrication. All right, we'll click you back on once we get this done. Now what you'll notice once I do this is it's going to almost be shiny. This is obviously still wet from wiping it off. But when you're all sanded down and all, it'll look like that. Okay, don't freak out. You didn't ruin it. We're going to show you how to bring it back. Stay tuned. Here we are, guys and girls. I'm just going to give you an example. All right, this side here is the 1500 that we wet sanded. We got that all the orange peel, dirt nips out of it. Now this is at the 3000. That's what it does. It gives you a nice even finish. Something you'll be able to polish back with little effort. Now, you guys will notice here, I did not do the sides of the cowl. A couple reasons for that. This is only 2-day-old clear. Okay, so the high likeliness of having an issue along that sharp edge, high. This is a car it's not going anywhere. So it's not like I have a deadline, it has to be delivered somewhere or someone's picking it up. This is actually a car that stays in this shop. We'll get to that maybe at the end of the video, more on that. But that's where we're at right now. And basically what I'm getting at is we're going to come back to this at a later date. This clears nice and hard, if need be, and sand that down and polish her up. But that's where we're at. Okay, now let's do this half with the 3000. Then we'll get to the fun part, shining this baby back up. All right, here we go. We're back, guys and girls. Here we go. Got the whole hood wet sanded down with 3000. Minus the sides, like I told you. Don't want to take a chance of burning them through right now. Plus, they're pretty slick, so you really don't need it. And once you polish this whole thing, it'll come right back too. All right, here we go. So the next step, I'm going to use rotary buffer. It's just what I'm comfortable with. This thing's probably older than most of us. Snap-on 7-inch hook it wool pad. What I've come to use and found that I have good luck with is the Meguiar's Mirror Glaze Ultra Cut Compound. We're going to start with this and the wool pad. Okay, we're going to do a 2x2, keeping the heat to a minimum, just enough to bring the shine back. All right, stay tuned. We're going to check back in with you. We get this thing shined up. Guys and girls, here we are. We just started polishing this. I'll have you come over and check this out. See, you want to work small areas that way you don't get overwhelmed. Your wax don't dry before you get back to it. And when you do this, anytime you get near an edge, be careful. Okay? We're going to get the rest of this polished up. We'll cut you back on when we got something a little better to show you. All right? Stay tuned. All right, guys, here we are back on the 65, trying to get this polish job done. What we're trying to achieve here is to get rid of all the orange peel, dirt nips, and then bring it back to a shine. So what we've done so far, 1500 wet sand, 3000 wet sand, and now we're with the rotary buffer. We're getting this thing polished up, ready to go. So here's half of it. What we're going to do is we're going to bring it back in once we get it all polished up. But go ahead and bring that thing in here. Let's let them see what we're after. This is what you're after. You want the clarity, the depth. All that time and effort and energy you put in your paint job, why stop at the last minute? Let's get it to the final step, guys, by taking this extra step, making her shine. Here we go. Here we are, guys and girls. Got the polishing first step down with the cut compound and the wool pad. We're going to move on to a finer pad and a lighter compound. All right, stay tuned. We'll click you back on. Oh man, now you see why we did all that, huh? Stina, what do you think? Thoughts? Anything? Nope. All right. All right, we're back on the 65, and this is what we use: fine cutting cleaner compound. And here it says a grit. This is at a whopping 5, guys. So you obviously want to step it down from the first step to the second stage. It's going to get finer. And what I ended up using here was a foam pad. Okay, little to no pressure. Just let the machine do the work. And the results you guys get are going to be worth your efforts. All right, one more step here before we get to hand glaze, and this job will be wrapped on up.